This is Solo P1's alter ego. Red Bull, Red Bull, you stupid geeks. Why Red Bull? Why? Why? Why?
This is Solo P1. This is Solo P1. This is the USA Grand Prix. The USA Grand Prix qualifying. I hope you like my new intro. It's my new intro. 2022 intro. Fancy the change. Hope you like it. If you like it, put the comments in the comment section below. Now, we all know today, I come on this channel, I despise Red Bull. I despise them. That's just the way it is. I don't care what anybody says. People call me a mark on Mercedes. No, not a mark. I'm just a racing fan. I like Lewis. I got his hat there. I got Alonso's hat upstairs. I got Ayrton Senna hat there if you see in the bottom. I like a lot of drivers, but I just don't like Red Bull. 2021 Abu Dhabi. And the cheating scandal, which they should bench them for a whole year. If I was the FIA, I would bench Red Bull instantly. Very simple. Now, on to the Grand Prix qualifying. Well, it's not even a review, really. Do I ever do reviews now? Just talk what's going on in the world of F1. Now, Christian Horner. Do you remember Christian Horner? Do you remember a few weeks ago when he says, "Oh, I got nothing to hide," and he was sat there all confident, and he was thinking, he was saying to himself, he was actually getting interviews on Sky, and he sat there and he goes, "You know what? I've got nothing to hide. I'm Christian Horner. I'm untouchable. I've got nothing to hide. We didn't overspend. I don't care what anybody's saying. I don't care what the rumours are going around." He actually accused Toto of spreading the rumours, basically, Mercedes and Ferrari. He actually said to Simon Lazenby, and quote, "When you're down, the knives get bigger." That's exactly what he says. That was from about a couple of weeks ago. I think that was at Singapore. And he sat there, and I remember he stood there like he was the boss. And he says, "You know what? We ain't done nothing. I put my hand on my heart. We ain't done nothing. We haven't overspent. If anything, we've underspent. As soon as he said he underspent, I knew straight away. Then he was lying. Now, the FIA was supposed to bring out if Red Bull overspent. That took nearly 2 weeks. The hashtag on Twitter, the hashtag F1 scandal, cost gap scandal, cost gap champion. It was all over the internet. All over the internet for weeks. And nothing from the F1. Nothing from F1. Nothing from the FIA. No clarity at all to say, right, this is what Red Bull's getting. Red Bull did overspend. Now, they said on the internet, this was like, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that said they actually revealed and said, yeah, Red Bull overspent. But they still never gave us any clarity. They never told us how much Red Bull overspent. They just said that overspent. So you got people like me, F1 fans, are waiting to. We want to know what's going on. We want to know. Okay, we established that Red Bull has overspent, which I knew from the beginning anyway. Red Bull's overspent. Now, what's the punishment? What's the punishment? There's nothing about the punishment. They're saying, oh yeah, that at one point they were saying we are negotiating with Red Bull. The FIA are negotiating with Red Bull over their punishment. Now, straight away I thought, what kind of shit is that? If you go to any motorsport, well, in America, you can say IndyCar, you can go NASCAR, any category you like, even on the bikes. If someone overspends, they get benched instantly. There's no 2 weeks waiting, and you certainly don't negotiate with the person who's done the punishment. But that's what the FIA do now. They're negotiating with Red Bull. They're basically saying is, you know, Red Bull, you've overspent, but we're going to negotiate with you. We're going to negotiate with you. What we're going to do is, right, we are going to give you 3 punishments. Pick one. Really, what the FIA should say, no, Red Bull, you know what, you've overspent. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the points off you from last season, because that's what it says in the rules. And we're going to find you. And third, we're going to stop your aero development for next year. And also, we're going to reduce your wind tunnel time. That's what it should do. But there's rumours going around that they're only going to get a little fine, and then they're going to come out and say that they're sorry. That's not been confirmed, but that's what a lot of people are saying around the paddock. That they're going to get some sort of fine, probably about a couple of million, which I don't think that's pocket change to Red Bull. Let's get real. And also, they're going to say, right, you just got to publicly say sorry. Now, Red Bull are saying now, Christian Horner, right, are saying we haven't overspent, we've underspent. So if they don't agree with the FIA's decision, I think they've got to go to another place and get judged there. I forgot what the name of it is now. But we still haven't got clarity. It's been weeks and weeks and weeks, and there's still no clarity on this situation with Red Bull and the FIA and the cost cap. This is how corrupt this organisation is. I have been saying it on my channel for weeks and weeks and weeks. Well, not weeks and weeks, years. I've been saying it since 2019 that this organisation is a corrupt organisation. It only favours one team, let's get real. It proves now. See, last season when they screwed Lewis Hamilton at the 2021 world title, which rightfully belongs to him, I used to say, look, they just hate Mercedes. They're just favouring Red Bull because of Mercedes. But now because of this cost cap, this affects everybody. I was watching the press conference the other day, the team principal conference. You had the team principal of McLaren. You had the team principal of Williams, and you had Christian Horner sitting there. There was 3 of them there. Benito was supposed to be in there, but all of a sudden he pulled out and said he had a cold, which really he was just running away from a fight. Let's face it, right? So there was 3 of them there, and Red Bull team principal Christian Horner, right? He was speaking to the press, and he says, "Look, I feel like we've been abused. My engineers who work for Red Bull, very good engineers," that's what he says, unquote. He says, "Look, at the end of the day, we have got these engineers working for us, and their kids are getting bullied at school and abused at school because someone has put a rumor out there, which isn't true." But it is true, Christian Horner. It is true because they found the evidence, yeah, And the FIA said, we've got the evidence that you've overspent. So he's saying it's not true, but it is true. There's one point. The second point is, now, remember 2 weeks ago I said, I'll go back 2 weeks ago and he stood there and he goes, all confidence. Yeah, untouchable. We never done nothing. Now, he's getting desperate, so he's using the tactics of his kids. The kids of the engineers is using that as a sympathy. So the people can look at him and say, look, oh, I feel sorry for him. No, we do not feel sorry for you. You are a cheater. Red Bull are cheaters. They are scam artists. And the FIA always favour Red Bull. It's always the same. 2021, Abu Dhabi. They blamed it on Michael Masi. Michael Masi was the scapegoat. Not one man can make that decision. It just wasn't Michael Masi. This is what a lot of Red Bull fans are very clever. The two things they always use, they always say, oh, it wasn't Max's fault. How do you know it wasn't Max's fault? Max could have been involved in it. I'm not saying no, but he could have. So you can't just say, oh, it's Max's fault. That's just your opinion. It's not fact. So you say, oh, Max wasn't involved. And another thing they always use, they say, oh, it was Michael Masi. You got to blame Michael Masi. It's easy to blame Michael. I'm not saying Michael Masi was not involved. If obviously Michael Masi was involved. But it's easy to blame Michael Masi. He's the scapegoat. Very easy to blame Michael Masi. But it weren't just Michael Masi. It was Jonathan Wheatman, the stupid geek. Yeah, and it was also Adrian Newey. That was all involved. Christian Horner was at the front of it. But what I'm saying is Red Bull are cheats. And whatever punishment comes to them, they deserve it. Double, double, double. Very simple. And then you got geeks online coming out, sending tweets online and say, R.I.P. Christian, R.I.P. Toto Wolff. Toto Wolff is a gentleman. I'm going to pull the tweet up in a minute if I can find it. I'm going to see if I can put it up. R.I.P. Toto Wolff. This is the classy Red Bull fans. This is what I'm talking about, Red Bull, how trashy they are. So I'm going to show you this is what some stupid geek. And the thing about it, yeah, you can tell, yeah, this guy has got no girlfriend. He's got no friends. He probably jerks off actually more than once. He probably jerks off 3 times a night to Pornhub.com, guaranteed. This guy has got too much time on his hands to make a banner like this. Very simple. Now I'm going to put it up for you guys, yeah? Read that. Read it. You can see. You see, this guy has got too much time, or girl, has got too much time on his hands. Too much time. Very classy. Very classy. This is what I'm talking. That's the typical Red Bull fan. Typical. You don't see Lewis fans like that, Mercedes fans. You don't see that. It's all from the Red Bull fans. And this one guy said on Twitter today, he goes, the best day is when Lewis retires and then we can start healing F1. Healing. No, you stupid geek. F1 was good before Max Verstappen came. This is what I'm talking. You can tell he's about 9 or 10 years of age. You go back before Max Verstappen came into the sport. This sport was perfect. It wasn't perfect, not going too far with the power, but it was good. You didn't have the toxicity of what you've got now. You had your Alonso fans, you had your Hamilton fans, you had your Schumacher fans in his later part of his career. You had your Vettel fans, whatever. But everybody respected the sport. Soon as you had the resurgence of Max Verstappen, when this went back to the Euros, when I think it was when the Dutch football team went out the Euros or the World Cup, they never had no one to cheer for, and then they gravitated towards Max Verstappen, and that's when you start having the Orange Army. You started having that stupid song, Super Max, Max, Max. Some dumbass, jobless geek made that up, right? And this is what you got now. And this guy come out and said, look, it was a better place before Lewis came. It's going to be a better place after Lewis leaves. Have you seen his social media? Lewis Hamilton has got more follows than all the F1 drivers and F1 combined. He got 3rd most marketable athlete in the world. The only 2 what was in front of him was Cristiano Ronaldo was on the top, and 2nd Serena Williams, and 3rd was Lewis Hamilton. So basically, you can market Lewis Hamilton on any brand. Imagine seeing Max Verstappen marketing a Valentino suit. Yeah, right. Valentino suit, Hugo Boss shoes, rings, perfume. Can you imagine that? But what I'm saying is, This guy's saying he's just a hater, but that's what he was saying. He goes, it'd be a better place after Lewis leaves F1. Lewis is an ambassador for the sport. Lewis is the one that brings in the money, not Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen brings in the stupid Orange Army, racist army to Formula One. That's all Max Verstappen brings, and his fans. You just got to go on Max Verstappen, look at his feed and look at all his fans. They always give the racist remarks. I've got screenshots on my computer, about 50 screenshots directly off Max Verstappen fans. Racist marks. Lewis Hamilton should burn. People getting his t-shirt. Max Verstappen and I'm getting Lewis Hamilton's t-shirt, burning it, getting his hat, burning it. Toxicity. But you do not get that from Lewis Hamilton fans. You don't get it. But you get it from the Max fans because they are trash. Trash. So whatever comes to Red Bull, they deserve it. They deserve it. Now, qualifying. Lewis Hamilton, I think Mercedes had upgrade. They had an upgrade. It was new front wing. And what happened? It went. Gone. Somebody leaned on the FIA, but they always do. Probably Red Bull. And leaned on the FIA and said that is not legal. That front wing has got too much little stuff on there to be legal. So somebody complained to the FIA, just like they always do. They complain and they complain and they complain. And Mercedes couldn't use that front wing. So Mercedes have gone back to the wing, I think what they used in Singapore, their old wing. This was a new upgrade. They wanted to test it out, but they couldn't even do that. But you see how quick they come to that conclusion. How quick to come to that. But it takes them weeks and weeks and weeks for them to give Red Bull the punishment. I told you if this was Mercedes and Mercedes went over the cost cap, they would have dealt with that within 24 hours. But because it's Red Bull, anyway, because it's Red Bull, they never. But with Mercedes, they had to use the front wing, the old front wing, because the new one wasn't with the regulations. To me, that was just a load of shit. So, in Q1, Ocon was having problems with his car. He didn't make out of Q1. So, Q1. Ocon went out in Q1. Now, what he should have just done is stop wearing that helmet. He had a new design helmet for the weekend. It was a Spider-Man helmet, yeah? Spider-Man. And he thought it was cool, thought it was hard wearing a Spider-Man helmet. And what happened? Out of Q1. See you later, Ocon. See you at the back of the grid tomorrow. So he got deleted. Lewis lap got deleted for some reason. I don't know why he got deleted. But he was fast enough to get through to Q3 because the time we'd done previous was good enough for him to get into Q3. So after Q2, I fell asleep and then I woke up at the end. I watched on YouTube, there's a video going around on YouTube, that Max and Perez was on the stage talking to F1. You know when you got the F1 online and you got that stupid idiot on there, what's his name? I forgot his name now. Some idiot, he presents an F1 show or something. It's not F1 show, it's like the F1 show, but it's on the F1 website, it comes on YouTube, right? Will Buxton's on it. And he came on the stage, he got interviewed on the stage live, and everybody was booing him. They was going boo, 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 cheater, cheater, cheater. Boo, 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 cheater, cheater, cheater. It was all over the internet. Let me see if I can bring it up on here. So basically, he was getting booed. I've got the audio footage here. I'm going to wind it back for you. Here we go. Listen to it now. Ready? It might be a bit loud, but I'm going to play it for you. It's only 17 seconds. This was him and Perez when he was on the stage today. That was on the stage today when he was getting interviewed, and it was all over the internet. And does he deserve that? Being called a cheater? Red Bull are cheaters. and he's an employee. People always, like I said earlier in the video, people always say that Max Verstappen, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. Don't tell me that he never knew what was going down at Abu Dhabi, and don't tell me he didn't know about the cost cap. Don't tell me. And he was getting booed, and it was all over the internet. But this is what you get when you cheat, man. This is what you get. It's gonna come back on you. So the results were Carlos Sainz. Sainz got first. Second was Charles Leclerc, but he's going to be starting from the back, not the near the back tomorrow because he's taking it in penalty. Third place was Max Verstappen. Fourth place was Sergio Perez, but he's taking the penalty tomorrow, so he's going to be near the back. Lewis Hamilton got fifth place, but Lewis Hamilton's going to start from third tomorrow because, like I said, Sergio Perez is taking a penalty, and that will bring Max from third up to second. Charles Leclerc is going to be got second, but he's going to be at the back, so Max will take his place. So you're going to have 1 and 2, you're going to have Carlos Sainz at the front with Max Verstappen, and then behind them you're going to have George Russell and Lewis Hamilton. That's a recipe for a tasty race tomorrow. Lewis Hamilton's already won this 5 times. This is one of his gem tracks. People say this is his favourite track, even though he's won it 5 times, and obviously he should have won it last year, and he's won Canada 7 times, won Silverstone 8 times, and he's won Hungary 7 times. We all know that he's gem tracks, the tracks that he loves. But even though he's won these 5 times, people say this is his favourite track. But whatever, he's got 5 good tracks that he's good at, all of them anyway. So Lewis Hamilton's going to be starting on third tomorrow. After Lewis Hamilton, you're going to have George Russell just behind him. You're going to have Lance Stroll. You're going to have Lando Norris in 9th place. 10th place, you're going to have Valtteri Bottas. 11th place, Alexander Albon. And in 12th place, Sebastian Vettel. Pierre Gasly in 13th. 14th, it's going to be Guan Yu Zhou. 15th place, Yuki Tsunoda. 16th place, Kevin Magnussen. 17th place, Daniel Ricciardo. 18th place, Esteban Ocon. 19th place, Mick Schumacher. And 20th place, Nicholas Latifi. So Nicholas Latifi is going to be at the back. He's going to be gone from F1 next season. See you later. You did not deserve to be in Formula 1 in the first place. Just my opinion. Sorry. You're not going to get the ball. You're going to get the honesty here. He did not deserve to be in Formula 1. Just don't tell me that Nicholas Latifi, yeah, don't tell me that Nicholas Latifi is the 21st driver, best driver in the world. Don't give me that utter nonsense, because he's not. No chance. The 20th best driver in the world, Nicholas Latifi. Never. Don't tell me that. So he's going to be gone. He's going to have some IndyCar drivers going to be replacing him. I think he's American. Forgot his name now. He's going to be testing in Abu Dhabi. He's going to be racing in Abu Dhabi. He's going to go to Williams to replace Nicholas Latifi. So that's it, man. Solo P1. We're going to have the race day tomorrow. Looking forward to this race. The top 4, anybody can win this. George Russell can win this. Lewis Hamilton can win this. Max Verstappen can win this. Sainz can win this. Even Charles Leclerc. I know Charles Leclerc. I think he's starting from 10th or 11th. I'm not sure. I think it's 10th or 11th. He's going to be starting tomorrow because he's getting a penalty. Right? That's why engine penalty power unit. That's why he's going to start in the middle. But even though that Charles Leclerc is starting from the middle, do not write Charles Leclerc off this race because he's got a very good car. We know he's fast. You know he's good round here. And do not write off Charles Leclerc tomorrow for the race win. And do not write off Lewis either. It's gonna be a good race tomorrow. Tomorrow you're gonna have Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen at the front. Lewis is gonna be in third, but Lewis is on the clean side of the grid, which is very, very, very. He's good. It's good to be on the clean, especially here, to be on the clean side. Now, tomorrow, I've just got this. You know what? I'm predicting it. Tomorrow, Max Verstappen is gonna beat Carlos Sainz to that first corner tomorrow, guaranteed. Now, if that was Lewis would hold up there, and even Charles Leclerc, I think Charles Leclerc would hang it out there, and even George Russell would definitely hang there to the end. He'd hang there to the end until they more or less touch, because you know what George is like, he's a savage. But I just got the feeling tomorrow, when the first start tomorrow, I think Max is going to get the better start. And even if he doesn't get the better start, they go wheel to wheel in that first corner. Because you know how the USA Grand Prix is, that it just curls on the left-hand side. I got a feeling that he's going to get caught. That Max Verstappen's going to take him in that first corner. That's just my opinion. I just don't trust Sainz, man. I just don't trust him. But anyway, this is Solo P1 Sunday night. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. So this is Solo P1. don't forget to hit the subscribe button. This is my thing. I love F1. This is the home of motor sport. Forget all these idiots out there. Don't go and follow these geeks out there. They think they're professionals, but they're not professionals. They think they're professionals because they talk posh. Forget them. Come here. If you want the real talk and you want real knowledge, it's someone who knows about F1. He knows everything about Formula 1, and he's going to tell you how it is every single time. Every time. I don't care if Lewis Hamilton does something wrong, I will tell you. Every time. If you want to hear the real news, if you want to watch Formula 1 and you want to listen to the real McCoy, it's me, Solo P1. Hit the sub. Follow me on Spotify. It's Solo P1 F1 Reviews. Type in Solo P1 F1 Reviews, you'll see my podcast. You want to listen to me in the bath, you want to listen to me in the toilets, dropping bombs, hit the follow. I'm on Stitcher, I'm on TuneIn, I'm on Apple Music, I'm on Amazon Music, I'm everywhere. Because you know why I'm everywhere? I'm Solo P1. See you later, guys. Don't forget for the live review tomorrow on the YouTube channel and your Twitch channel. Live, I'll have the live map, live timings. Go check that out tomorrow for the race start tomorrow. And then that's it. See you later, guys. Race day reviews coming tomorrow. It might be a bit late because we know it's in America, but I'm still gonna do it, guys, because I do it for you. This is Solo P1. See you later, guys. Bye.